it's not simply a matter of, sitting down one day and going, I really want loads of money. I really want loads of money. I really want. Right, there we go. That's that done. And doing nothing about it, but also understanding the why it's not been happening for you before, what the blocks might be. And I'll give you an example. I listened to a beautiful podcast over the weekend, and the woman who was being interviewed explained that she'd was becoming very well known in her field, and she was doing quite well, but she realized that she had a financial block and she needed to do the work on herself. And when she realized that she was accepting work that she wouldn't get paid for, but turning down work that she would, or she was underpricing herself, and then was finding herself in debt. And she was like, why am I making these really stupid decisions? What am I doing? And she worked through herself that actually she realized deep down she felt guilty for earning more money than her mother, because she was raised by a single mother, and there was a part of her, and again you talk about inner child work, she felt that she didn't deserve to earn more than her mother did, because her mother had worked so hard all her life but had never really made a lot of money. And once she realized that was her block, that was what was holding her back, and she let it go, more jobs came in. Higher price jobs came in, and she was able to fully say, absolutely, yes, and this is my price and this is what I'm worth. But it wasn't until she had that release in herself that she was able to do that. So it's exactly what you said. It's really worth breaking down. Well, why do I think I'm in this position in the first place? What am I doing to almost sabotage myself? And then it will go. The block will go.
It absolutely does go. And I love the way that you say that so affirmatively. It will go. It does go. Having to overcome so many of my own blocks, it's kind of like the infinite onion of blockages. And I was able to get through so many of them by, first of all, having the awareness. Awareness is the key, right?
I love that. The infinite onion. Was it the infinite onion of blockages? That's brilliant.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, not another one. But it's getting excited about it. It's like, thank you, universe, for showing me where I need to go in order to grow. And it's about, like you said in the beginning, instead of why is this happening to me? Why is this happening for me? It's like, well, I've uncovered this block, and so many people get upset. And it's like, no, this is celebration. Now we know what we can clear in order for you to get to your next level. So we'll quite often pray or ask the universe for what we want and do all the work. And then what the universe will do is go, right, okay, right, Salarah would really love that. But the only way that she's going to get that is if we clear this block over here. So then what happens is something will happen to come up for clear. And we go, why is the universe? Why am I getting the opposite of what I want? And the universe is going, you're not. We're just showing you where you need to go in order to grow. So every single time there's a block of some sort that comes up, it's not the universe working against us, it's the universe working for us to help with that clearing process. So quite often the sabotage as well, just want to touch on that, Andrea, because that's a really good point, is there's a part of us that we're self-protecting. So even though we so desire to experience X, Y, and Z in our life, it's also because we've never had it, the very thing we want frightens us. So our ego aspect or shadow aspect of self will bring in some kind of protection mechanism, like, well, you might fail, or will tell us these things, tap us on the shoulder, like you said, well, what if you fail? Well, what if this happens? So it's the self-protection mechanism. But what we can do through mindset is say, well, what if I succeed? Yeah, but what if you make a fool of yourself? Well, what if I help so many people that it doesn't matter? Well, what if you can't pay your bills this month? Well, what if something amazing happens and I can? So it's really training ourselves, and that's when the next bit I think will also come in to help with some of the affirmation side of things, because we can start affirming and creating those neurological pathways that are in alignment with what we want to experience, and then get into them from a feeling perspective as much as possible to then create the energetic magnetism in order to attract that into our life.